Am I the asshole for publicly humiliating my wife at her workplace after discovering her affair? I don't even know where to begin. My wife, Leah, 43 female, and I have been married for 10 years. We have 2 beautiful children, our 5-year-old son and our 2-year-old daughter. I thought we were happy, or at least I thought we were trying. But 4 weeks ago, my entire life came crashing down. I, 46 male, started to notice when she was glued to her phone more than usual. Leah has always been private, but this was different. She'd smile at her screen, then immediately lock it when I walked into the room. One night, after she fell asleep, I couldn't resist. I checked her phone. What I found still makes me sick to my stomach. There were messages with a coworker, Eric, 48 male, going back years. Explicit texts, photos, promises of love, even references to secret trips they'd taken while I was at home with the kids, believing she was working late. My heart was racing. My hands were trembling. I confronted her the next morning. At first, she denied it, said I was misunderstanding. But when I read her the text out loud, her face crumbled. She admitted it. She said it started 4 years ago, long before our youngest was born. She tried to justify it, quote, "You were distant, we were struggling," but nothing could excuse this. I started digging deeper. I followed her to her work one day, needing to see it for myself. Sure enough, after her shift, she walked out arm in arm with Eric. They didn't even try to hide it. They got into his car and drove off. I followed them to a restaurant where they sat like a happy couple, laughing, holding hands. It broke me. But what shattered me completely was when I learned they'd built their own life together. They'd been renting an apartment near work, a place where she'd go when she was, quote, working overtime. I saw them go inside, watching them from my car parked on the street a few blocks away. I checked on them for about 4 nights, and they had the same routine. That's when I snapped. I packed all of her belongings, everything she owned, into the back of my car and drove to her workplace the next morning after spying on them. I know I did something wrong. When she walked out, I dumped everything right there on the sidewalk in front of her and her coworkers. I told her she wasn't coming home. Since then, I filed for divorce and am fighting for full custody of my kids. She's begging me to forgive her, saying she doesn't want to lose the family we built. But how can I? Friends and family keep asking if I regret how I handled it, publicly humiliating her, kicking her out without notice. I do. She tore our family apart, and the least she could do is face some accountability, but I can't help but feel like the bad guy for how I acted. I had nights where I felt very lonely, and I miss her. Of course, I am also attending to therapy sessions to be better for the kids and for myself. All I care about are them. They don't deserve this chaos. And as much as this hurts, I know they're better off with me than someone who could live a lie for so long. Am I the asshole?
Man. Well, I think that's justified. Yeah. I mean, secret life, like every time she works overtime, she's just going to an apartment. Like,
How? People literally are out here living double lives.
They're wild.
Freaking Hannah Montana.
I would say that's justified. It's kind of petty to drop all that stuff off.
It's petty, but justified.
Yeah.
It's both.
It's both.
Yeah, like, he didn't have to do that, but he probably just snapped, honestly. It's not like he was planning on going... Oh, maybe he did actually plan to go to her place of work.
That's
okay,
exactly plan.
Whatever. Still, I think it's justified. Like, someone who hurt you this badly, like...
Especially when she continues to cheat, even after he found out.
Yes.
She's not sorry.
She's not sorry. Like,
she just continues on the same routine. She doesn't give a fuck.
No. Like, she doesn't want to make it work. She's crying after when he's actually filing for divorce because she probably thought that he would just stick around.
Yeah.
But no. This is a rude awakening for her. And honestly, it's great to shame them in front of their place of work because that's where they met. And honestly, their coworkers probably think that they are a couple together.
Right? Probably don't even know she's married.
Yeah, right? There's probably no pictures of him.
Never talks about him. All she knows is that the coworkers are dating. Don't know that one
right?
of the coworkers
like
is actually
that
married.
has to be the case. Otherwise, like, for them to like be arm in arm walking out of work together and like...
No Christmas party. She probably never even tells them when there's any work events. She probably just goes with the coworker.
I would hope that's the case. Otherwise, like if the whole workplace knows that she's cheating and no one told him.
I'd be messed up.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm going to say this is justified. Like it's a little bit petty, but sometimes it's okay to be the asshole.
Yeah.
Top comment. The only thing to worry about at this point is a DNA test.
I was thinking that as soon as he said the affair has been going on
Ooh.
longer than their kids, I'm just like, well, are you not now concerned about whose the kids are?
I did not think of that. Let's see. Is there any? No updates from OP.
3
Darn.
days ago, so might be an update in the future.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
Back to me. Should I follow with another cheating one or something else?
Let's diversify.
All right.
Luna's snoring.
If you guys hear that little humming in the background, that's Luna snoring. We finally have her on the shelf, which is now hidden behind the Christmas tree. So if you're on YouTube, you can get a little sneak peek of Luna, but everybody can hear her snoring. It's a small cat. It's not as big as you think it is. You think of that snoring, be like, that's a big cat back there. She's tiny. All right.